I'm Janine Wilson and I am 49 years old. So I teach at the University of California at Davis and I teach economics. So all sorts of economics classes, economic development, principles of microeconomics, public finance, economic history, primarily US economic history. I grew up in Auburn, California. I have to specify because there are big Auburns in the country, but Auburn, California was a pretty little town in the foothills of Northern California. And my favorite memory of growing up there is in the summertime. We would leave as a gaggle of kids in our neighborhood and go out into the pear orchard behind our house and into like the bushes and like eucalyptus, and we would like construct playhouses and climb trees and eat pears and some berries. There were these giant berry bushes. So it was really like this group of kids that all moved together over the summers, and we had an amazing time playing in those orchards. So my journey to my current career has not been linear in any way, shape, or form. I actually just went along my merry way in high school, taking a lot of variety of classes and really enjoying all of them. But then when I graduated, I received an award, the Lorene Lobner-Kina Math and Science Award, awarded to the best woman or female student in math and science. And it was so funny because I was awarded this and I thought, that's so strange. I didn't know I was good at math and science. Like that didn't even cross my mind. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I guess I am the only girl in my calculus class. Like I was the only one. So I guess that makes sense that they would give me the award. So when I went to choose a major, I thought I should do something in math and science because this wonderful woman wanted to support me in math and science. So I should take math and science classes. So science did not go as well for me. So I then focused on math and taking a lot of math classes, and I loved my anthropology classes and my like philosophy, like all of those, like history of how humans developed and society developed the way that it did. And I realized in all of those classes, they kept talking about the economics. Like it was the economics of the Roman Empire that caused the rise and the fall and all of that. So from that, I chose economics as a major. So again, not on, like it was like my third year in college, I finally committed to being an economics major because it included the math and also included some things that I was excited about. And it wasn't until I graduated that I really thought, wow, I want to learn more. I want more from this. So I was going to be an international banker. I was going to travel the world, be an international banker. So I had some jobs where I was working and taking math classes to get ready for graduate school. And then at that point, once I started graduate school, I was a teaching assistant, and I thought, oh my gosh, I love this. This is the best job ever, is teaching young people all of this, like questions and thoughtful ways of considering all of the like policies that we take for granted. Students come in and question them and wonder about them and want explanations. And so I, at that point, decided I just really would love to teach. So once I finished my PhD, I am now teaching faculty at UC Davis, at the University of California, Davis. So my focus, including my research, it's economic structured research, but I am analyzing how to successfully teach economics just because I love it. I love teaching the kids, students, young people, they're adults, but I love teaching. I love getting to interact and get excited about their futures and them preparing for their futures. And it's a really good job. I love it. So my family, I was lucky enough to meet my husband, Jonathan, when I was in graduate school. My sister set us up on a blind date. We were married shortly thereafter, like within 2 years of meeting each other. And we have 2 kids. Harrison is my older child, he's 20. And then Hallie is my younger child, and she is 18. And this year, both are off and away to Colorado for college, one in Boulder, one in Fort Collins. And it's fun. They're such different people. but they get along really well, and they both are really thriving in their environments, which makes me incredibly happy. At the end of the day, though I love my job, I really feel my impact in the lives of my family, in the lives of my children, and my husband and my parents still live in Auburn, so they live super close. I have 2 sisters, all live super close, so we get together pretty often, not as often as we should, but we get together pretty often. And family is first, right? I mean, at that point, I have loved having the flexibility. When I was raising my young kids, I was only working like 2 days a week while my mom watched my kids. And then as they got older and really established in school, then I worked full time and took on more travel and doing all that when they were ready for that. So it's kind of been wonderful because I've had a balance where I haven't felt like I missed out on anything. I kind of got both. Now, there were days when I was super stressed out and thinking, oh my gosh, I need to be working less, or I need to spend more time with my kids, or I need to be working more, work is falling apart. It's not that, but looking back over the last 20 years of the career so far, I really do feel like being a professor has given me the flexibility that I needed to spend time with family and in my career. So it's been a good life. I've enjoyed it. So we decided as a mom and 2 kids that we wanted a dog when the kids were probably like 3 and 5 years old. And so the 3 of us convinced or attempted to convince my husband to get a dog. Now, he had had bad experiences with dogs in the past. He was bit by dogs, like he had to have surgery because they, it was, again, he was not a dog person, but the 3 of us really wanted a dog. And so we discussed it and we talked about which dog we wanted, and we were all excited. And so again, 3, 5, and a grown-up who was trying to convince my husband to get a dog. And one day he walked in from work, and it was just really bad timing because we were all talking about it. And the 3-year-old, so my daughter, the 3-year-old, said, wait a minute, so if we don't have dad, then we get a dog? And so at that point, my husband's like, okay, we need to get a dog. So we ended up, he chose the breed to be a really kind dog to children. We had the dog tested when we got her as a puppy, just to make sure she had no violent tendencies towards children, or no, we didn't have to worry about kids being in our house with our dog. So she's a golden doodle, and her name is Nala. And she raised our kids with us, right? She was there at every step of the way, really watching out for the kids. We would find she would sleep on the floor of any person in the household that needed her most. Anybody who was going through kind of a rough time, or sick, or struggling, the dog just stuck to them, just stuck right by their side. So Nala's been an important part of our family and part of our growing up, and she is 14 this year and doing great. We're 15, yes, and doing great. And so we look forward to hopefully many more years with her. So my favorite memory of college was on the first day, just checking into the dorms. And there was this long line of people, and I was so nervous. I was there with my mom, and we had all the stuff in the car, like waiting to figure out where we were going to be placed and who our roommate was going to be. And a young man walked up and said, hi, I'm Stanley. Like, I live in I'm from San Francisco, what's your name? And he was super energetic and bubbly and welcoming. And it made such a difference for me because I didn't feel alone. Like, I felt like, okay, this is going to be okay. And there was that moment where I felt like this could be home, right? I was at UC San Diego. It was a big, huge school. Luckily, my college, 5th college at the time, is smaller. So I was able to develop community, but it started with Stanley saying hello, which is so fun because, of course, now we're still friends. And he's back in San Francisco. I am in this area, and I get to go see him in a couple weeks. We're doing a 5K together. So again, just really amazing how that one moment one interaction could make you feel at home.